Hi Year 4, welcome to part 2 of English for today. Now, I want you to think about this picture. Now, this is a picture of three monkeys. We know in the book, The Great Kapok Tree, that there were a troop of monkeys that tried to convince the Axeman not to chop down the trees. I want you to think about what these monkeys might need trees for in the rainforest. So can you just pause the video, think of 2 to 3 reasons why monkeys might need trees in the rainforest. So pause the video and have a think, please. Okay, so there are 3 main reasons why monkeys might need trees in the rainforest. The first reason is to gather in them and hide from the predators that might be after them. So those other animals that might want to have the monkeys as food, they might want to be able to swing from branch to branch, which is another reason to gather in them. They might want to protect themselves from danger in the same way that they need to hide from predators. They might need to hide from other animals to protect themselves. They might also need to, as I stated a second ago, swing from branch to branch. But they might want to swing from branch to branch to be able to actually find their prey, what they need to eat. So, what you're going to do in a moment is write a sentence about what some of the animals might be saying to the man to stop them from cutting down the trees. And we're going to have a go at one together. But I wanted to show you my thought process of thinking about what these animals might say. So first of all, I'm thinking, well, why do monkeys need trees? Well, I know that they need to swing from branch to branch to hide from their predators, or maybe to try and find their prey. So what you're going to be doing in a minute is thinking about an animal, choosing a speech verb to replace said, choosing an adverb to say how this animal is speaking, and then write a piece of speech about what this animal is saying. But it needs to make sense. So we need to make sure that why are we talking about the monkeys in this way? Well, because they actually do need trees to swing from branch to branch. So I'm going to model an example with you, and then it's going to be your turn. So one of the things that we mentioned is that yes, the monkeys need to swing from branch to branch to basically run away from their predators, but also to get their prey. So I'm thinking, how might the monkey say that? Well, if he knows that he's going to be sad about that circumstance, we're going to look at our replace said. Well, sighed. The monkey could have sighed. So when you go, that's when you're sighing about something. You're feeling a bit disappointed. And that's how the monkey might be feeling. Now, how might the monkey be sighing? The monkey may be sighing. Would he be sighing cheerfully? No. Would he be sighing happily? No. How might the monkey have sighed? Have a look at our list of adverbs and have a think. The monkey may have sighed nervously. And you can see here we've got our reported clause, the monkey sighed nervously. And then we've got our comma. And that's where we open up our inverted commas and we add some speech. So what would the monkey say to the Axeman? Well, we know that the monkey has already felt maybe that he can't hide from his predators if the trees are cut down. So he might actually ask a question. He might say, how can I possibly protect myself from my predators when I'm unable to swing from the tree branches? And that's almost like a rhetorical question, because he's making the Axeman think, oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't cut down the trees because I need to help this monkey protect itself from the predators. What have I also used before I've closed my inverted commas? That's right, I've used my question mark. Now, I had a full stop here before, but because I asked a question, I needed to include a question mark. So it's really, really important that when you are doing this activity yourself, you think about what that animal could say. Why do they need trees? And then you think about how they might have said it. What would they have done? Would they have argued? Would they have commented? Would they have questioned? And how would they have done that? Would they have done it crossly? Would they have done it loudly? Would they have done that sadly, shyly? Okay. Now it's your turn. You have 4 tasks to do today. Now tasks 1, 2 and 3 are not long tasks, okay? Task 1 is to simply add in the inverted commas. You do not need to change any punctuation. You just need to add in inverted commas, just like I have here. So you've got several sentences. You need to spot the reported clause and then put inverted commas where they are needed. You are not adding any punctuation. Task 2, you are then going to underline the speech verb used in each of the sentences. So for all of these sentences, you read them, you find the speech verb, remembering that the speech verb is how many words? 1. The reported clause is the group of words telling us who says it, but the speech verb is just the one verb telling us how who said it or who maybe shouted it. Then you are going to rewrite these sentences. You are not going to think of any other sentences. You are rewriting those ones out, and you are going to use a different speech verb and a different adverb, making sure that it suits the animal and how they're speaking. And you don't forget to use the inverted commas. So you can see here that I've got the example. The anteater said, "Senor, a ruined forest means ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless." Now here I've changed said to pleaded. When you plead, you kind of beg. And you also might have done that innocently. So that is my adverb innocently. Don't worry, because I have included your 2 word mats for the words that replace said and also your adverbs to help you as well. Think of some really ambitious speech verbs. I do want you to use different speech verbs and different adverbs for each of the examples. Then finally, task 4, for each of the animals, so the jaguar, the sloth, the toucan and the tree frog, you are going to write a sentence about what they might say to the man to stop him from cutting down the trees. Use your speech verbs and adverb and make sure you use your inverted commas correctly. And this is exactly like what we did for the monkey. We thought about why the monkey might want to save the trees. Then you think about what he might do. Would he shout that? Would he exclaim that? And how would he do that? Would he do that nervously? Would he do that excitedly? And then you open up what they said. So it would be here, the jaguar, something, something, and then you open up the speech. The sloth, something, something, and then you open up the speech. The toucan, something, something, and then you open up the speech, okay? Remember to follow the steps that I did. First, think about why the jaguar might need to be in the jungle. We've learnt about these animals in our geography lessons, so hopefully you'll remember. And that is your task for today. Final plenary then, I would like you to write down 3 rules to follow when you're punctuating direct speech. So pause the video, 3 rules, off you go. Okay, so you might have said lots of different rules. You might have said that you must always hug the spoken words in inverted commas. You might have also said that you need to make sure that you use a reported clause to say how it's being spoken and who by. You might have also said that you need to make sure that you correctly punctuate it by having a capital letter at the start and making sure you have a form of punctuation before you close the inverted commas. Super listening today, Year 4. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye.